WJCL News, working for you.
Good evening and thanks for joining us this Saturday night. You're watching WJCL News at 6 o'clock. I'm Megan Schiller. We start tonight with shocking news out of Garden City. Police say this man, 40-year-old David Nolan Evans, is behind bars today after police say he made an at-home bomb and threatened to use it. WJCL's Brandon Livornia talked with police about the whole chain of events today. And Brandon, what did they have to say?
Well, Metro officers are taking this threat very seriously. They know Evans has a criminal record in the past, so they weren't going to take any chances. Now, again, 40-year-old David Nolan Evans is a registered sex offender who has violated his probation 4 times and has an extensive record with police. Now, this all happened after someone discovered what looked like a bomb in the Savannah probation office last Monday. It had all the components needed except explosive material. There was a note warning the future device would include explosives. Officers arrived on scene after searching the house, arrested Evans there. Investigators say they don't get too many threats like this one, but they were always prepared.
They're usually very few and far between, and we handle them as by textbook, and we have a manual we go by that we have to follow to do this stuff properly. We evacuate the areas, make sure all the precautions are taken so the public is safe.
And after police found the potential bomb device at Evans' home, he now is charged with terroristic threats, possessing a hoax device as a convicted felon, false public alarm in violation of his probation. He's also charged with obstruction after trying to run away from officers at his Garden City home. And I'll have more tonight at 10 from neighbors and on the events that unfolded last night in the studio. I'm Brandon Livornia for WJCL News, working for you.
Well, Metro Police need your help in finding a woman who got in a fight at a bus stop this past Monday. Her name is Nalante Grant. She's just 20 years old. Police have already charged Grant with aggravated battery, damage to property, as well as cruelty to children. Police say she broke in someone's car windshield with a knife. It all happened during a fight between several women at a school bus stop that was at Liberty Parkway and Vassar Streets. The victim was taken to the hospital for treatment. Anyone with any information about Grant's location is asked to call Crime Stoppers immediately. And praying about crime, that's what some Savannah residents did last night in hopes of stopping the violence. Community members gathered to pray through words and through song. They called it a prayer initiative and said as Christians, they feel like this is the one way they could do their part and help out the city.
We feel prayer is everything. The city has more than 700 churches in it, and prayer is something definitely that if we all took a part in it, we believe that prayer could really help.
These community members say that this will certainly not be the last prayer vigil held in the upcoming months. And coming on the heels of a very violent 2014, WJCL News is working for you to find out what Savannah's top cop is doing to fix all this. Savannah Chatham Metro Police Chief Joseph Lumpkin spoke with WJCL News at the police headquarters this past week. He's been on the job for less than 70 days. Violent crime, though, under that period is higher than last year. Lumpkin says to combat crime, he's focused on hiring new officers, training, and earning the public's trust. He says if the department can't hire officers, then they'll continue to struggle fighting violence.
Our attrition rate has been significantly high, which impacts the services that you can provide on the street.
And this past week, WJCL News sat down, like we said, with Chief Lumpkin. We talked at length about what he plans to do about the crime in the city. So to hear his responses to all of our questions, just head over to our website, WJCL.com. And one of the biggest things happening this weekend is something we've been following for a while: body cameras for police officers. On Friday, WJCL's Ashley Lincoln got an exclusive look in the training officers are undergoing.